Hello everyone, I am Pratap here. We are at lesson 10 and this is primarily about finding the reasons behind a failure in stock market. We know several people fail in stock market, investment or trading. Let us find out the real reasons because we should not make those mistakes, right? And also at the end of this video, I will also explain my profile in detail. So why several people fail in stock market? What are the reasons? Maybe you might be knowing some reasons. Just think for a while. You can pause the video and you can find or you can list some reasons, whatever you remember. Okay, now let me list some reasons told by some of the stock market experts. Maybe some is not the right word. Many of the stock market experts they express some of these reasons. One reason could be lack of patience and discipline, they say. And some other person, expert, might say lack of having right skills or lack of proper analysis, not following proper risk management, investing or trading without a plan. Fear could be another reason, or overreacting to market events and news is another reason. Overconfidence is one more reason. Emotional attachment towards a particular stock is another reason. And greediness is another reason. So these are the different reasons expressed by different market experts. And they say these are all the primary reasons. But if you ask me, I would not say or I would not agree these are the primary reasons. Maybe they are the secondary reasons. According to me, the primary reason is only one reason, that is not believing yourself. If you don't believe ourselves, then how can we expect a success? Many people in stock market, they don't believe themselves. They don't believe themselves. Instead, they believe their friends, they believe their relatives, or believe somebody who is providing free calls. Or somebody in the television channels, they come and they talk. And we believe them. Some unknown person will send you free SMS about which stock you need to buy. And we will believe those calls. You might not have heard some of the stock names, still you believe those calls. And you go and buy. This is the way many people are doing trading or investing in stock market. How can we get success if we don't believe ourselves? Not only in stock market, in any field, we have to believe ourselves. If you are doing a job, you have to believe yourself. Then only you get success in your job. If you are a student and if you are learning something, you have to believe yourself. Then only you will be in a position to learn that particular concept or complete that particular course. Whichever the field you are working, you should believe yourself related to that particular work. Exactly the same way, even in stock market, if you want to invest or if you want to trade, first you have to start believe yourself. But unfortunately, it's happening in a reverse way. You are believing on somebody else. And whatever he tell, you believe. You are having 30 lakhs rupees with you. You want to invest. Your friend will come and tell you, okay, maybe that company, so and so XYZ company is very good. And immediately we go and invest. That is not the way we are supposed to do in stock market. That's why people are investing like that without believing themselves, but by believing somebody else, believing television channels, believing some free call providers. But those who believe themselves and those who believe their own analysis, they are the people, or they are the successful people in stock market. Of course, apart from believing yourself, something else also you have to do. That I will explain. So what happen if we don't believe ourselves? What will happen if we don't believe? We never be having patience and discipline. You won't be having any patience. And if you don't have patience and discipline, what will happen? If you are not believing yourself, you won't be having patience and discipline. So without patience and discipline, what will happen? We never show interest in building the right skills. If you want to get a job, you should have right skills, right? Exactly the same way in stock market, if you are investing your money, if you want to get profits, you should have the right skills. When you can build your right skills, if you are learning the concepts in a patience way, in a disciplined way, and when you will do that, if you start believing yourself, then you can do that. You have to feel, yes, I can do. Yes, I can learn. It is not a great concept. I can learn. That is the way you have to start believing yourself. After that, sincerely or in a disciplined way, you should learn. If you don't have enough time, spend half an hour time every day. Instead of learning the concepts in 15 days, you learn in 1 month time period. That is the way you have to plan. You should not be hurry. Because we are not showing interest in building the right skills, we never do proper stock analysis. When you don't do proper stock analysis, what will happen? We never follow a proper risk management. Risk management is very critical. We already learned risk management in supply demand zone price action. You know how important it is. Risk management is only going to save your capital. If something wrong happens, risk management will protect your capital. So, without knowing all these things, what will happen? We invest or we trade without a plan because you don't know proper stock, you don't do proper stock analysis, you don't know the risk management, but still you want to invest, but you invest in the without a proper plan. So, what happens? If you invest your money without proper plan, always you feel fear. Always you get fear. Okay, I invested. What happens to my money? So when some fear is there in our mind, what happens? We overreact to every news or every market event. Because of fear, we overreact. Some news come in the market, immediately you overreact. With a fear, you think something is going to happen. But if you have a right skill, if you have a right knowledge, do you really bother about every news that is coming into the market? Every event that is happening into the market? So most of the news or most of the events we never react because you are already having knowledge. You know what's really going to happen when you invest or when you trade. Because news or events, their reactions are temporary. After that, again, market will move in a normal way as per your expectation. But if you don't have the knowledge, Why you don't have the knowledge? You didn't build the knowledge because you are not believing yourself. You are believing on somebody else. So that is the problem. That's why we overreact for every news and market events. And ultimately, what happens? We lose our confidence. The moment you lose your confidence, we get the losses. Once you keep on getting the losses, what you do? We fail and we quit from the market. That is the reason why several people fail in stock market. Whatever the money they are investing in the stock market, most of the money they lose and finally they leave the stock market. But we don't want to get into that situation. When you don't want to get into that situation, what you have to do? As I told always, you have to start believing yourself. You should believe. You should believe everything what you are going to do in stock market. Once you start believing, you will be in a position to get some confidence. Once you start believing, you will be in a position to learn the concepts. Once you are started believing yourself, you will be in a position to analyze the concepts you learned. Once you start believing yourself, you will do proper analysis. You will do proper risk management. Then you will invest in a right stock. Ultimately, you get profits. Even something wrong happens, and your risk management mechanism or your risk management system will protect your capital. That means you get a very minimal loss. But while getting profits, you get good profits. That is what you have seen in supply demand zone price action. That is the reason why everybody who is listening this video, they should spend enough time for learning the concepts. Now you are learning the right concepts. So learn supply demand zone price action with patience and discipline. If you have a 1 hour video, you skip half of the video, and if you listen the remaining video, where is the discipline? That means you don't have a discipline. That means you are not believing yourself. When you are believing yourself, automatically you get some patience. You feel like learning each and every point. You don't want to miss any point. That is the way you have to learn. There are people, they observe each and every point when they are learning. If required, they repeat the content a second time or third time. But they won't compromise until they get the clarity on the subject. Is the demand and supply zone is a difficult subject? No, it is not at all a difficult subject. It is a easy subject. Even a 10th class student can understand demand and supply zone price action concepts. Only thing is, it is going to take some extra time. Because it is a little lengthy concept, you need to spend a little extra time. There is nothing wrong in spending a little extra time for an easy concept. If you really feel it is a very complicated concept, we never understand this concept, then we can accept some excuses. But demand and supply zone is a very simple concept and easy concept. Anybody can understand easily. Then what is the problem in learning this concept in a proper way? That happens only when you don't believe ourselves. So always start believing ourselves. You have to believe yourself. If you don't believe, we always get losses in stock market. Please mark my words. Those people who spend enough time for learning the concepts, who spend enough time for analyzing the concepts, they are the people going to get success in the stock market. Now you have everything available in my channel. All the training lessons are available for the phase 1. Most probably in another 1.5 week time period, we will be in a position to start our second phase of our training program. You need not spend even a single rupee for learning these concepts. You have all the advantages with you now. But only thing is, you should start believing yourself. You should feel I have to learn each and every point in detail. That's why always start believing yourself and then start learning these concepts. And another important thing is always prefer to study as a group with the help of your friends, yourself and some of your friends together. You study the concepts. This is the best way to learn any concept. That is the way maximum clarity you get in any subject. Even I did the same. I will explain the same when I am explaining about my profile. Because I have seen success in this approach, so I am sharing what I have experienced. Even majority of the people will agree with this point. Those people who do group study, even in your education, probably during your college days, you might have went to your friend's home for a group study. Like 5 members, 5 friends, 6 friends, they group together and they study before the exams. Whatever they learn, they discuss with the other friends. Any doubts are there, you clarify among yourselves. That way, you try to build a very good knowledge. Same approach you have to apply even for supply demand zone price action theory as well. Now you have an advantage. Earlier, you can easily tell, okay, this is an expensive course. I can pay, but my friends are not in a position to pay the money for the course. Then how can we do the group study? Now that problem is solved. Now all the videos are available. You need not pay a single money. Even your friends cannot pay a single money. I mean a single penny. So when you have everything, what you guys can do? You can do a combined study. You can watch the video, your friend can watch the video, your other friends also can watch these videos. After that, you all people can gather together and you can discuss whatever you learned. Every day, half an hour or 1 hour, at least if you do a group discussion on the content what you have studied, you always get better clarity. Probably any doubts you get, you have the option to put in the comment section. I'm always willing to answer your questions. That's why my recommendation to everyone, always prefer a group study. In case if you haven't done this, start doing this. We have another maybe another 10 days time to start our second phase of our training program. Within these next 10 days, you can complete your group study. Probably we have 10 hours, around 10 hours of our training sessions. So all the important concepts you study, your friends also will study, and then later you gather and you discuss the concepts. That way you get better clarity on the subject. This is going to helpful to you in the next step when you do your stock analysis. That is very important. You will be in a position to do stock analysis after completing the second phase of the training. Why I am telling all these points? Because I am setting you a proper path or a proper direction how you can land the second phase of the training program. Stock analysis is very important. That is only going to give you a lot of profits, so much of money for your investment. That's why this is the right time to start follow my advice by doing group study. Not only for the study purpose, even analysis purpose also. The next point, look into the next point. Okay, this is about the discussion already I told you. The next point is always do stock analysis and risk management with the group discussion. That means group discussion you have to do not only for the study purpose, you should also do it for stock analysis, especially when you are doing stock analysis. You do it after completing the second phase of the training program. Or while studying the second phase also you will be able to do the stock analysis. There should be a proper way you have to do the group discussions. You have to do a brainstorming session. It is not a debate. There is a difference between debate and brainstorming. Debate always you try to dominate the other person in the discussion. But brainstorming is not like that. You should not dominate. You should listen what your friend is telling or other members in your group are telling. Patiently you have to listen each and everything. Even if they tell wrong things, still you should not object. You have to listen. Once that person completes everything, then you have to take point by point. You have to discuss. You have to evaluate each of those points. And then you have to tell the person why it is right, why it is wrong. Similarly, the person who conveyed all the points, if other people are disagreeing, you should not take it personally. You have to accept when there is a mistake. Most of the people, they don't accept. They want to influence the other people. So that's why I'm using the word brainstorming, not the debate. There is a huge difference between brainstorming and debate. So always do brainstorm. Then evaluate all the points told by that person or the other people in your group. And then you conclude. After that, you conclude. You conclude the discussion. After that, only you have to plan your trades. This is the way you have to do your trade planning with the help of a group discussion. If you don't have a group, it is the time to start building a group for you. That is what I did. Even I did the same way. That's why I know the importance of the group discussion, the importance of the group study, and the importance of the group analysis. Now it is easy for you to build a group. You can go and talk to your friends, whoever is having interest in the stock market. Now it is easily you can convince them. A free course is available. Very soon you will be getting the complete course. After we complete the phase 2, after that again we complete the phase 3. That is the final phase, third phase. So when everything is available, it is just a matter of some time for you to learn all these concepts by building a proper group. So my recommendation is, it is a very strong recommendation from my side. I always suggest a group study or a group discussion. How we are going to form a group, that is your responsibility. Because you are going to manage your money. And you will be able to get better profits if you do a proper analysis. Individually, if you are studying individually, if you are analyzing in the early stage of your stock analysis career, you will make a lot of mistakes. You can avoid all those mistakes. When you don't make a mistake, what happens? we get better profits. When you get better profits, you will never be a failure person, because we don't want to be a failure person. That is what our goal. Why we don't want to be a failure person? Because we are always believing ourselves. We have the willingness to learn. Apart from willingness to learn, apart from believing yourself, something else also required. That is what I'm talking about, the importance of group study or group analysis. So form a group, a small group, maybe a minimum of at least 4 to 5 members, a maximum of around 10 members. That way you form. Suppose you have a bigger group, a 20 members is there, divide it into two subgroups. And finally, whatever the first group, whatever the second group identified, you exchange your analysis part. That way you further save your time. But at least a minimum 5 to 10 members group should be there. That is the way you have to plan to become a successful trader, especially at the initial stage of your life. Once you become an expert, once you got a very good knowledge, probably you may not require much of the group related discussions. You will be in a position to analyze everything in an accurate way. But even then, having a group and doing work with the help of the group is always helpful to us. And moreover, in stock market, group is most important. Many people don't realize this point. Always people wants to do the things in an individual way. That way we make mistakes, we lose our money. Never do that. And one more thing, generally people are having the tendency. What is the tendency? Only I should get the profit, others should not get the profit. But we forget a simple fundamental point. Let me tell you. If more and more people are investing, buying a stock, then only the price will go up. Then only you get profit. Only you are the buyer, remaining are not buying. How do you expect the prices will move up? You are investing in a stock, your friend is also investing in a stock, your other group members also investing in the stock. Now what happens? The demand will be increased. That is what we've been discussing from our first lesson. When demand exceeds the supply, you may ask a question, just because of our 10 members, the stock demand will be going up? No, I'm not agreeing with that point, but people working in groups, the advantage I'm telling here. When more and more people are buying the stock, like how you formed a group, other people are also formed. Everybody is thinking in the same way, analyzing in the same way. And finally, some 10,000 people are investing in a same stock exactly the same way. How you analyze it, they also analyzed. Now, what happens? The demand will increase, obviously. That way, the prices will be moving further up. That way, you get better profits. That's why we should not hide our discussions with the other people. When you share with the other people, that will be more advantage in stock market. But our typical mindsets always think, okay, whatever I did, I have to maintain the secrecy. I should not share with anybody. Only I should get the profit. But ultimately, that leads to only yourself will be there on that particular trade, and you won't get support from the others. I'm just giving an example. It won't happen exactly the way how I am saying. But this is the basis to understand why stock market, a group related discussion is much important than an individual. To support that point, I am giving this example. Hope you understand the importance of a group study as well as group analysis, how that is going to help you. Mainly, it is going to help you avoid the mistakes. Not because of that, your 10 members group will push the price like anything. That is not my intention in telling this point. Hope you understand the real way how you should work to get a good success. One thing is building a right knowledge. That is what demand and supply zone is providing. Demand and supply zone is providing the best knowledge, no doubt in that. So this is about what I would like to express about why many people get failures in the stock market. So whatever I told you is the one of the primary reason I identified, not having confidence on ourselves. According to me, that is the only primary reason. Remaining all are supporting reasons to that, the secondary reasons. So phase two training will be started in another maximum within 10 days or below 10 days we will be starting. And some important topics you are going to learn in the second phase. I have mentioned here, but I'm not getting into these details that we discuss once our actual course is started. Okay, before closing this session, I should also tell you about myself because most of the people may not be knowing about me. Let me explain my profile. So, my name is Pratap Chilukuri. Let me start with my educational background. I did my BE Electronics and Communication Engineering from Bharatiyar University, Coimbatore. After that, I did my MBA from Madras University at Chennai. Thereafter, I did a Certified Application Developer course from IBM Authorized Center for Education, short we call ACAS, at Hyderabad. When it comes to my work experience, initially I worked with Indus Business Systems for 1 year as a software engineer, that is the designation, but the nature of my work is as a Java faculty. I should train the students in Java programming for 1 year. And after that, I completely moved into the software development, worked with the Halcyon software between the years 99 and 2000 as a software engineer. So thereafter, I worked with Wipro Technologies for about 8.5 years between the years 2000 and 2008. So in 2008, I started a company, NeoApp Technologies. So we have two primary goals, major goals. One is to provide a training to the students in the area of Java and project training based on Java and .NET C Sharp. And this primary reason is mainly for generating the revenue because to run the company or to manage the company, definitely we need some money. We need to generate the money. And the another reason is to develop a software related to the stock market technical analysis. So that way we started, we developed a software. Actually, we didn't develop, we worked on the development of a software called NeoStock. NeoStock is not the name of the company, it is the name of the software. NeoStock is the name of the software. So between the years 2008 and 2016, we have studied several concepts related to the indicators, related to the price action concepts, and related to the other supporting concepts related to the stock market. And many prototypes we developed during that period. But after 2016, I have closed this company. And what I did after 2016, I will explain once I discuss about my work on stock market. Even before that, you should also understand I have trained several thousands of students when I provided my Java training. And many members got good jobs at that time. I got a very good name for providing the Java. I was a known Java faculty at Hyderabad city between the years 2000 and 2008 and 2016. Let me share some of the photos we have taken during my training. This was my classroom for explaining the Java programming. This is for Java programming. We have another building, another what to say, a setup for project development. But this is only for Java training related. This is one more. So this is how we provided because I got a very good reputation So several hundreds of the students used to come and get the training. And due to other reasons, I closed the training, the company NeoApp Technologies, in the year 2016 December. During the demonetization period, I have closed the training center. And when it comes to my software professional experience, as a software professional, I play different responsibilities. So I worked as a software engineer, senior systems engineer, module leader, project manager. These are the different roles I played. And also I worked with some of the Fortune 500 customers, some of the top customers in the world. Also worked with US, UK, and some other European customers, especially during my work with Wipro Technologies. I also traveled twice to Sweden during the year 2002 and 2003. Short trips. In 2002 for about 3 months. In 2003 for about 1.5 months. I traveled. But it is a very important trip. The reason is during this trip, I came to know about stock market technical analysis. That is the way my journey started towards the stock market related. So at the time when I visited Sweden, so there I have interacted with uh, the local people who are working there. So at the time in a discussion, we got a discussion about the stock market. At the time, some of those members told me about technical analysis. The kind of information they provided, it gave me a lot of interest, especially the formulas related to the technical analysis related concepts. They are all just motivated me, and moreover, it is completely analysis based on the price data, historic data. So that's why the Sweden trip between the years 2002 and 2003 is always a special to me. So this is the place where I stayed during my trip. This is Stockholm, capital city of Sweden. So always this is a special place to me, mainly with respect to the information I came to know about stock market technical analysis. So I always love this place. So I'm happy to show you some of these pictures. And as a software professional, I used several technologies and several technical things. This is a reference slide. If anybody knows about software related things, probably you will understand. Let me quickly go through. These are all some of the programming languages I have used. Especially, I'm an expert in object oriented programming and Java. I'm an expert in the design of object oriented programming uh, and used some scripting languages and some of the web based concepts, web development concepts, and these are the databases I used in my during my work. Several databases we used in different projects. LDAP is also a kind of data repository system, but I worked most of my work with Wipro is at the telecom domain. So in telecom domain, we use LDAP as a data repository for quick access. Also used several Windows based and Unix based operating systems. Of course, now we are using Windows 11, right? And because my work is in the telecom domain, several protocols, these are all the several telecom protocols we used in my work, in my software development, and some of the tools, and some of the web servers, some of the middleware servers, and these are all project development related tools. And project management related methodologies. So this is the different, all these skills I'm having work expertise, especially when I worked with Wipro Technologies. And as a project manager, I have some achievements. So I managed a team of 75 members. That is the development team project. I worked in a large project development, and I handled both development project model as well as maintenance project model. We have four types of different models in the project development, but these two are having the primary models, development and maintenance. And these are all project management related things and some of the achievements, achieving the best customer satisfaction rating and CMMI 1.2 class A assessment we participated. And also most importantly, the cost saving also we achieved in one of the projects by implementing a lean methodology. Also, I received several achievements during my work. I am a Sun certified Java professional, and also I received Feather in My Cap award. Twice I received this award. And the most prestigious award is Trailblazer Award during my work with Wipro. So in every business unit, they select top two projects and they give this award. So the last project I worked with Wipro Technologies as a project manager, we won this award. Also received several commendations from the customers for resolving critical issues and regarding the planning activities when I was the project manager. So these are all some of the important achievements from my work. So when it comes to stock expertise, my stock analysis experience, I worked together with a small group of people and studied a technical analysis during the year 2003. Soon after I came back from the Sweden, my first trip, 2002, end of the 2002, I completed. Soon after I came, so we started this work. In between 1.5 months again, there was a gap again second time because I visited second time once again. But throughout the year, the in the year 2003, I worked with a group. So some of my relatives and friends together we formed a group, and almost 1 year we studied each and everything related to the stock market technical analysis. Whatever we have seen in the internet, we studied that. Of course, demand and supply zone was not there at that time. So, but after 1 year, all my all the members in the team, they all got jobs at different places and they moved. So slowly the team was dissolved. At the same time, again between 2004 and 2008, my work with Wipro was very hectic. Hardly I used to get half an hour or 1 hour time, free time, to look into the stock market related activities. But even then, I didn't leave. At least if I have less time, at least I used to analyze only Sensex. Because at the time, Sensex was more, especially in the year 2003, Sensex was much popular than the Nifty. Nowadays, everybody is talking about Nifty 50. But those days, people used to talk only about Sensex. That was the situation in the year 2003. So between 2004 and 2008, most of my work is on analysis of the Sensex or investing in few stocks whenever I get the time. So because I was working, I was not dedicated. I was only a part-time trader during that time. But I continued. I never left because we studied a lot in the year 2003 for different technical analysis concepts. All those concepts I experimented between 2004 and 2008 during the live market whenever I get the time. But in 2008, so one of the main reason behind leaving my job and started this is because of a strong determination I'm having about for the development of the software. That was one of the main. There are several other factors also, but this is one of the main motivation factors, and that's why 2008 we started. So in 2009, in the mid of 2009, we have completed the architecture and design of NeoStock software. because I'm the one completely involved in that. Because I'm an experienced person related to the object-oriented design. So I have completed the design. But we had several reviews with some other people, and later we formed several teams because the students wants to learn project training. So because we have a live project, the stock market technical analysis. So we formed different teams. Each team around each batch around 20 to 30 people used to join in each batch. So we divided into subgroups like 4 member group or 5 member group. We used to give a few concepts to them, maybe indicators or few price action concepts or other supporting concepts. That way they study. And whatever they study, they document everything in the form of presentations. And all the algorithms, so what is everything they should document. And trading strategies they should document. That way, huge amount of effort we have spent between the years 2008 and 2016. And finally, they used to develop some prototypes because their goal is not to learn the stock market. Their goal is to uh, understand the s- software concepts in a better way, programming concepts in a better way. Ultimately, they should get a software job. That was their goal. But my goal is to develop a software. So, in this process, what happened? Whatever the prototypes they developed, those prototypes are only a demonstration related purpose. It is useful. But to integrate all these prototypes together as a single system, that was not possible because most of the code was written by the students. The quality of the code is not acceptable to build a stable system. But whatever the code they have written, that is helpful to them to get a good job. That way, people get the jobs. But coding part is not moved the way how I expected. So that's why what happened in 2016 during demonetization period, I have closed my company, and then individually because everything is ready, we studied almost everything, all the concepts we learned. And moreover, I came to know about supply and demand zone price action in the year 2009 because one of my cousins visited India. He was working at US. At the time, we started this training and development division. So he wants to see the activities in my at my office. And during our discussion, I told him we are developing stock market, and he is also having some interest. Then he told me, so there is a concept recently developed at US, and its name is demand and supply zone. Everybody is saying that is only the going to be the future. So focus on this. That is the advice he gave me, and then he left. Okay, then we want to look into that. When we searched in the internet, not even a single page displayed about demand and supply zone. No information at all. Because it's a new concept, nothing was documented. What Google will do, if anything available on the internet, it will display. That way we tried for few days, we didn't get any information. Finally got frustration and left that. Again in 2017, 18 onwards, when I started writing the code again, I came across this supply and demand zones. So by that time, a lot of information is available in the market. So much of material is available. So many people are using demand and supply zones. So all these things helped me. But even before that, from 2017, so what I did, I have developed several indicators, several systems, price action concepts, because I started developing the code from the scratch. Because whatever the prototypes students developed, I don't want to take that code because the quality is not acceptable as per my quality standards. Because we should have a proper stable code with proper exceptional handling mechanism or error handling mechanism. So such kind of mechanism generally students code won't be there. So that's why I started from the scratch, everything again from the scratch. I haven't used any pre-written libraries outside. I didn't use because I want everything. The main goal is the source code should be there with me, everything. If the source code is there, I have the flexibility to change the code according to my requirements. I can do a lot of experiments. Actually, that was the reason why I wanted to develop. Because earlier I used I brought one software called MetaStock for analyzing the stocks. So at the time when I want to change a formula according to my requirements, that flexibility was not there in that software. Whatever the features they have given, I have to use only those features. Then I realized that maybe this is not the right way. We have to develop our own software. That way we started developing from the year 2003 onwards. But the real work happened from the year 2008 onwards after I started the company. And finally, the real coding work happened from the year January 2017. That way, I have written over, I think, over 80,000 plus lines of code. 80,000 plus lines of code we have written so far in NeoStock. I alone wrote 80,000 because I worked independently from January 2017. It's like one man army. So I was writing, keep on writing. No holidays, no Saturdays, no Sundays, no festivals. Everything I sacrificed for these last, especially 5 years or 6 years, or 6 years from 2017. And finally, we get into a very good shape now. Today, you are seeing the supply demand zone price action top down analysis strategy builder, which is working in an excellent way. So during this process, whatever the concepts I developed earlier related to some indicators and other price action concepts, they've been reused in supply demand zone price action concepts. Dedicatedly 2 years time I spent only on supply demand zone price action. Because I have reused already developed concepts earlier, some of the concepts related to indicators, few indicators we are reusing in supply demand zone. Something like EMA confluence, volatility indicators, or ATR indicators. Some of these things are essential in the supply demand zone price action point of view. And some of the swing trading related concepts are also should be used in supply and demand zone. One is the trend calculation point of view. The other one is identifying the zones point of view. Some of the swing related concepts are developed earlier. So I have reused all these things. Because I reused, I was able to complete maximum within 2 years time period. This is such a complicated algorithm. It is not like just drawing some lines on the trading view. It is not like that. So multi time frames, so many time frames we have to analyze. And moreover, I reused, that's why 2 years is completed. If I would not have reused, probably it might have taken another 2 years or 3 years extra time to complete this project. Maybe it would have taken around 5 years time to complete this. Because the existing work is there, it saved a lot of my time. Existing design which I completed in the year 2009 is there, exactly in the same design. Because we designed that was a beautiful design I made in the year 2009. Because I looked into the future. In future requirements, how I have to build the system. That way I thought all the scenarios that probably that happens in future. And that way we designed, and that helped me in while developing supply demand zone price action algorithms. So this is the story behind my experience related to software development and my experience related to stock analysis. I know some of these points are boring concepts, especially for those who are not aware of software related things, but still, at least I want to share how I worked or how I arrived at this stage. So this is about my profile. Hope at least now you know much about better information about me now. So if you are having any questions, please put them in the comment section. Let us all meet in the second phase of our training that we are going to start during the first week of December. So meanwhile, complete all the lessons, work with your friends as a group, and try to build a stable knowledge before we are entering into the second phase of our training. Thank you all. Let us meet again in the first week of December. Have a good day.